Okay, guys, so we're back again, and we're going to be talking with Matt now about his Jing force. So, Carlos, tell us a little bit more about Jing.
Okay, Jing or Yuqing, as we should pronounce, because this is like translated Chinese thing, and the pronunciation varies depending on the translation. Chinese is very complicated, really. So, the Yuqing, who are they? Well, you know that Pan-Oceania is number one, has more planets, has more money, has more success, has more robots. Okay, Yuqing is biting their ass constantly, trying to become number one. Yuqing is the eternal number two, but by this, just by this. So you can say that even the rivalry between Yuqing and Pano makes both them better, you know. So what does has Yuqing? Yuqing is, imagine that the evolution from now on until 175 years into the future, is that the whole Asian countries, the whole Far East gets together. Why? Because China smashes all of them and eats all the cultures and becomes a super incredible power. Okay, that's what is China. Okay, the Koreans not so happy with it. The Japanese totally not happy with this, but is what is going to happen in 175 years in the future. Okay. They have become a huge superpower. They do not have while they're looking for planets for colonize, they find a twin planet, okay, and they colonize them both, and that is like a boost for their prosperity, okay, because it's like a jewel what they found in space, okay. So as I'm saying, number two, just by this. And they have the best heavy infantry, for example, while Pano has the best tanks, the giant robots, Yuqing has the best heavy infantry, which are the guys in power armor, which are the most awesome miniatures in Infinity, really. So, of course, Far East thing, better at close combat, that has to happen. You cannot elude the topics. You have like CN warriors, okay, and also samurais, that kind of stuff. The Japanese exist in the Yuqing and are even allowed to have their own kind of army, but they are considered second-class citizens. You know, they are really under the boot of the empire, and they even have a really strong rivalry or even enemy relation with the Yuqing. So it's pretty common to have fights between Yuqing against the Japanese, because sometimes they get rebel and they have even the Tatenokai, which is even considered terrorists against the Yuqing Empire. So it's pretty easy to have it doesn't go against the fluff to have Japanese against Chinese in the Infinity setting. Okay. Apart from that, the troops from the Star Park are really cool, I would say.
Well, talking of cool, I'm guessing that's probably an influence of why you went for Jing.
Did you see that? Yeah, I mean, not knowing the pros and cons of all the other factions, being new to the game, I just went for the prettiest ones. So
I think that's a pretty good rule of thumb when you're going for some Infinity models, yeah. So, talking of what's actually in the starter pack, can you tell us a bit more about the tactics?
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Who will want the boring, usual Western blue army when you can go with somewhere with actual flavor, okay? Well, who would go with generic sci-fi that could fit in any movie when you have something that has personality? Good choice.
thank you very much.
Okay, so what do we have here? This are the, I will say, fancies. You may say sansis. Probably Chinese way will be chanchis, something like that. Okay, basic line Chinese line infantry. Okay, they will do the job. They are normal, regular guys, not exceptional, but the price is pretty normal, so they will do the job. The spine of your army, okay? Because you will need cheap guys to provide orders to the elite guys, okay? One little step ahead is the Celestial Guard. These are a military police corps, very menacing, really, and sometimes they make actions even against the Yuqing population, because there is a police state in certain areas of Yuqing, especially looking for Japanese people to hit them, you know. And talking about Japanese, you have here the Domaru Butai. Okay, Domaru Butai is something that now with N3 has gained a lot of power. Okay, basically you have this miniature that if you see 8 inches away any other enemy, you can reach and hit, which is something that nobody else could do almost. And it has a close combat value of 23, which is madness. It is above 20, okay? But apart from that, has martial arts level 3, which allows you to increase that with another +3. We are in 26. That means that you roll the dice and you add a 6 to the dice. So whatever you have a +6. And if you go over 20 with the roll of the dice and that extra 6 is a critical hit. So that's demolishing. But apart from that, you have Berserker. You can also make your roll not a face-to-face instead of a normal roll. I hit you and you see what you do with your life. It's demolishing. It's demolishing. Just make sure you reach close combat with this guy, and whoever has the bad luck of being in that situation is completely screwed. Doesn't matter if this big or this big or this big. He's going to face a katana in his mouth. Apart from that, Invincible San-Chi, one of the elites of the Yuqing, was a privilege. Especially in second edition, this guy was a privilege. Everybody in Pano were crying, we don't have that stuff. Of course, because you're Pano. Okay, this is an orange, usually orange in the photos, heavy infantry, very versatile, very movable, 2 wounds. It will have a combi rifle with a flamethrower, which is always useful. Consider him your spearhead, use him, be brave with him. You are allowed to make mistakes with him because he has an armor value of 4 and many bullets will ricochet. Okay, so be brave and deliver, Chinese stuff for everyone.
Chinese bear. So, how are you liking these guys so far? They sound pretty good?
Great, yeah. Can't wait to get using them.
Fantastic. Well, we'll be back with some more over the rest of the weekend, and of course, we'll be looking at some more of the factions as well. So, see you soon.